I've already carved this side. I'm going to show you now what I did on the other side. So I started by just rounding over the nose at the top here, whichever way the direction of the grain is, like so. Then what I then did was, bearing in mind this centre line, which I can be symmetrical from, I turned it over and I worked a lot from the other side. So I found a gouge that would fit this curve, and I'm going to match it on this curve here. So these nice rounded, pouchy, I guess we'll call them lips, come round like this. So using the gouge upside down so that the shape of the gouge mimics the curve I want. And then I'm coming round here, and I'm coming round into the top of the lip there. So over here, and I'm pushing that corner into there, so I've got a division in between, and creating this lip here. So there's a nice shadow in there where the mouth comes, and you can use a skew chisel just in there to get that little corner piece out. So that's where the top lips come round to meet this bottom lip, which we can now shape. Modelling that round like so. Then the lower lip, I'm going to slightly flatten it in the middle here. So I'm looking, if you look at the profile here, you can make sure that's looking good, and that needs to come more over here. So look at the profile. Get that bit right, and where this peters out here, you can take something like a deep gouge like this and just run that, and of course that's going to be the jawline that runs into this lower jaw over here. So we can just run those over, finish it off like that, and then we need to turn back to the top, turn this over again so we look at the top of the lip. What I've got under here is some really good, nice, tight shadows. That's because we're carving, in other words, we haven't got colour, we've only really got the shadows. So make sure we can really see that. And this is now coming up here into a nice tight cleft. And then it's going to come over here like this, over the top. And then I'm going to come down with the same tool I used on this side here, slightly undercutting, a slight V shape, and coming down here like that. And I'm going to take a slice here, so I'm undercutting this bit of the nose just a little. Then just as before, the top here, the top of this curve, that corner goes in there, and I use my skew chisel to take that corner out. Then we're just going to clean that all up over this bit. And I'm left with this corner over here, so let's just tidy all that up and make sure the two meet. So these are nice strong lips. I think we expect that in a hare, just as we expect nice strong bulgy eyes. So when we've finished all this, we can clean up this top part of the nose here. get rid of that line. The last thing we need to do here is join the cheek, or this pouch of the upper lip here, into the nose, this part here. So there's a bit of a depression going on here. So make sure everything's the right sort of shape as we come round here. Matching this tool on the other side as before, and then make sure this is, you're happy with this snout there. And then we need to take out this little bit of wood in here. This is probably not so anatomically correct, but it's a carving issue really, that I'm creating a bit of a shadow in here. So I have to come round there. Now if that's difficult, then what you need to do is get your a small gouge, a small bent gouge, and just scoop that out there, coming in with the grain. So I need to clean that up, but that's what's happening. There's a little depression in there. And then the nose itself, if you can see that, the nose itself, it sort of stands out. So what we need to do is put a little bit of a scoop in here, and that almost like suggests a bit of the nose. So when I've cleaned this up in there, both sides, I'm going to come across from here like this, and on both sides, and then the top of the nose I'm going to just, without really making a sort of hard line, see if I can sort of create a little sort of ridge there as it goes up into the rest of the nose. I finished the snout and the mouth and the lips, the nose. I've got a strong shadow here by creating a ledge. So this isn't anatomically right, but in terms of carving, I've created a strong shadow here that gives that sense of blackness in a hare's crease here. I've also run the edge of the nose around like this. So I put a stab cut in here that finishes that off. And I've pinched this bit in here, so that creates this the edge of the nose, and I've made sure that this is as smooth as I can. This is a rather nice part of a hare, so this is as smooth as I can, and these are faceted a little bit like fur. Again, try and make the facets go down. So with that, looking at the profile always to make sure that looks about right, looks believable and everything, we can now go this way and into the eyes.